Hi everyone. Welcome, welcome,
Happy
welcome.
2026.
Oh my God, it is 2026. So happy New Year. We hope that you had amazing holidays. I mean, I had some issues, but it's okay now. All right, it's okay now.
Yeah, we made it. We made it.
We made it, baby. We here. Or as Scooter from Living Single would say, baby, I'm back. So but really quickly, so once again, thank you for joining the So Bar podcast brought to you by the TBK. I am Ashley Sheree, and
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Denise.
this is where you get our thoughts. That's me and Neen's thoughts on our stories on certain topics. You know, we may not cover it all, but certain things that really just truly engrossed us. So before we even start, let's get into the breaking news piece of it all. And I want to state this is just rumors. Nothing has been confirmed on this right now. So it is people are thinking because they didn't see him in the credits that maybe Ben Gavin, who plays Derek on both. I'm gonna say I always doing that lately on
Mhm.
BTG Beyond the Gates may have been taken off of contract, and I'm kind of really surprised by that because if I'm keeping it a buck and I'm keeping it honest, I feel like there are other people that I expected to be taken off contract, and
Mhm.
not Ben. If it's true, if it's true, it's just rumblings that sometimes people, think. And oftentimes with soaps, when they all taken off of the credits, it does usually mean that they have gone to recurring. Usually that does not mean it's true. Do you have any thoughts on that part?
I mean, I've been thinking about what his storyline consists of. Like originally it was like him being like, paralyzed from the waist down, not really being able to walk. And
Hmm.
then that was recovered. And then it was him marrying Ashley. Never happened. And then it was a possibility of him and Shanice. That's not happening. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the direction for him is more recurring versus main cast.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's probably the recurring status. But I do feel like there were some ways that they could have, because I was actually intrigued by Derek and the other firefighter. Like I'm just saying. So I'm like there are ways that you could get him like into the mix, but I don't know because there are other people I truly do feel like who are motionless when they do have scenes that probably could have been, you know. I'm not gonna name any names. If you know, you know. Also, so BTG is finally into their second season. Shout
Yeah.
out to them for that, you
And it
know.
had the internet in a frenzy.
Yes, it did.
All
So
of you who thought you were going to go back
yep.
and watch these old episodes.
And they said, absolutely not. You might have to go on to what is it, Pluto or whatever, a week
Yeah.
later to see them episodes because they ain't there. And the thing with Paramount Plus, I remember at one time they had, and I tell you, they had all of Bold and the Beautiful. They didn't have all of Young and the Restless because I would have probably still been
Mm.
in my room watching it. But they had literally every episode of Bold and the Beautiful, and then all of a sudden one day it was just gone. And I was like, really? And then I noticed that they started to kind of like one season or two seasons at that, the most, not their entire season. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay. But I was shocked that they just took it so drastically. And it was literally they uploaded one of the episodes late because I was looking one day and I was like, yo, where is this episode at? Like, I need to see it. And then on top of that, you upload it late and then you take it off immediately. So people were pissed. And I got that. You know, I understand. If you're not a Paramount Plus watcher like that, you wouldn't know, you know?
And I use my like family's Xfinity. So I was like, oh, I've been recording on there too. And I remembered and was able to go back. Cause I feel like
Nice.
I didn't watch like the last two of season one on time.
That's what
So
I'm
when I went
saying.
on there, I was like, oh crap. But it was like the holiday season. Like everybody was trying to like catch up after the hustle and bustle was over.
Yeah, they could have gave us some grace on that. It was like 2 days and it was gone. I was like, damn, can y'all give us at least a week? Sheesh. I don't think it would have been as bad if they would have done at least a week. So, But that's all the breaking news that I have right now. I can't think of anything else. I don't think there's been any drops lately. To be honest, breaking news has been kind of like lackluster lately. So, nothing has been happening. But on that note, let's go right on along to BTG Beyond the Gate. So, we already know that we're still dealing with the news of Anita Dupree's triple negative cancer. And when I say that they have been acting, they've been acting, especially Miss Tooney. Daphne, Carla, and Clifton, they're not playing with us. I also feel like a lot of the other actors aren't playing with us either. But the so far the fanfare online I've seen has been like literally praising them. And I have to agree, like this is done very responsibly. I feel like they know the information that they're talking about. The fact that they brought up the BRCA gene, I was like, oh snap, I got tested for the BRCA gene. I'm surprised that y'all are even speaking on that. So like even that thought was like it's just so well crafted. They leave nothing to waste. And then with that, they also the Dupree daughters, had to have a sad New Year's Eve, you
Yeah.
know, while everybody else in their, their son, their daughter is out there partying and they're crying with their parents or crying with each other. My girl crying to Andre as she should. We'll get into other stuff about that later. And then Anita like literally crying into Vernon's lap was just, just tugging at it. So how did you also feel about the conversation, that they had with them?
I feel like it was so many conversations this last week that were
Word.
heartfelt. Like it was a lot of serious conversations. It was a lot of ways that you were able to continue to see relationships among the characters.
Hmm.
Like it was very family.
Yeah. Oh, the pre-family, the main family. Oh yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Like,
It's
seriously,
what we've been wanting.
because
Mm.
it was very like, the conversation that Anita and Vernon had with Danny and Nicole, like I can see okay, so like I can see how she didn't cater to Nicole during that conversation,
Hmm.
but it was like she can see Nicole spiraling, like
Yeah.
able to like bring her back. While Danny was more so like, okay, whatever you need, being of support, we're okay. Nicole's mind,
You
maybe
saw
that's
her
like
eyes shift a little bit, like
maybe
here and
that's the
there.
doctor in her. Maybe that's the doctor in her too. Like her mind immediately, and I can understand that too. As like the healthcare child, when you get some news, you immediately start planning. And that was like great that I was able to like see that in Nicole as well, like
Mhm.
phenomenal acting. And
Yeah.
then Anita was, hey, one step at a time. We're gonna see what's going on.
She knows her
Um,
daughter.
yeah, absolutely. I think and then the conversation continued with the younger Duprees.
Yep. Yeah. We got some things to say about that as well. So obviously, I felt like straight out the gate, you know, it was Nicole with her children, wanting to tell them the news, but then you had Danny, of course, she runs to Bill first to tell him the news about what's going on, and Haley's being Haley, and over here, it's part of me I thought Haley was being a little bit spiteful and vindictive because, like, girl, we're talking about cancer. Like, calm down. You sitting over there
She
rolling
didn't
your
know.
eyes.
Right. Did she act like she didn't know when she was behind that wall rolling her ass the whole time? And then when people
Yes.
tell her, oh my God, I just hope everybody okay. Use the phone
Cold-blooded.
bitch. Like,
Yeah.
for real.
This is a true villain vixen that they are, slowly but surely like building because she didn't give a goddamn about missing I like she didn't care at all. And I was like, damn, Hallie, really? Like they really are about to make you into a full, something to be reckoned with that may not be what people like. But I also know so people love playing a villain. So Marquita might eat this ish up. Um, of course, I do have to say I did have like my gripes, and then this is also when I realized to actually take yourself out of the situation of being a product of divorced parents. But
You catch your bias.
yeah, I always catch my bias with things because I'm just like, for me, I didn't understand why you need to tell Bill so bad. For me, the priority was her girls. You need to tell them first. You can have a calm phone call with Bill and let him know what's going on. Me personally, what I would have done, because also Danny just walked up in the house. She don't knock, she don't do nothing. So like, even if I am the new wife side piece, I'm gonna feel some type of way. Why are you still walking in my house? And I'm not gonna think about you having an emergency family issue when it pertains to your daughters because they're grown adults. So for me, it's just like they can handle, they'll handle type of thing. But also like noting, I do understand like why she does feel this innate need to tell him what's going on because they do have daughters. Maybe it would be best to come across as a united front and letting the girls know I'm there for you, like whatever you need type of thing. And like I said, as you see, I caught by bias because my parents, they were together for over 35 years. And for them, they're like, leave me the F alone, especially my mother. Like, she's like, it was the reason why I divorced that man. You can talk to him however you want, whenever you want, never would stop your relationship. But as far as me talking to him, absolutely freaking not. Like, it just wasn't happening. When they got a divorce, my mother was done. And I get it. See, you've been dealing with a man since like you were 16 years old and it was turbulent. So I
Yeah.
understood it. But also, and I think that's also why I get, because I'm like, Danny, you act like great things were always like great. Well, not always, but you act like things that y'all ended on a good accord. That's what I should say.
Like she's so cordial, and I feel like in the midst of her being cordial, she's dismissing her hurt.
Ooh, ooh, there you
Sorry, did I
go.
go therapy? I'm sorry, y'all.
Yes.
Sessions
No,
all
but it's true. No, but you hit the nail on the head. Like, and also, being a mom, of course, you're going to, and this is someone who's not a mom, but from what I've seen from mothers, especially my own, step aside of your own thing just to make sure your girls are okay. And then that's what I also think about Danny, like her, even though you can't tell me she don't still have feelings for Bill, and I also believe that's an agenda of hers as well, but also like so are her girls. So it's kind of like a twofold situation. I still hate it, and I'm gonna say that I took because whereas Bill
like
gives
you're
these,
justified in feeling that way too, though.
yeah, because I haven't seen Bill do anything yet that warrants this type of, you know, I don't know, gesture or olive branch or anything besides them, talking at the bar about their first Christmas and everything that's happened. That was probably one of the few times that I felt like, oh, okay, like it wasn't always bad, but they also talked about the bad and the good. So I just have my issues with it. And so and the same token, the girls overhearing it and not hearing it from someone directly and face to face, that is a huge blow. So while I understood them being upset with their mother, I also felt like they needed to take a step back because two things could be true. That's my
Yes.
mother.
Yes. And I feel like even I appreciated Bill so much in that scene because he was like, "Your mama ain't new for 24 hours." Like, wait a minute. Hold
Yeah.
on. Like, and I think in the midst, like you said, of their hurt, they need to blame.
It's
Don't blame
easier.
don't blame your mama. Because once she didn't know either, she trying to digest.
Yep. She loved her just as much, as not more, because that's her
Right. That's her mom.
mom. She came from this individual. Like she
It wouldn't be
birthed
y'all
her.
without her. Like,
Exactly. So you gotta understand, I'm going through it too. So like, yeah, I did appreciate those scenes as well. And also like and Bill handling his handle. And really quickly, I want to talk too about like his complicated upbringing, which also makes me want to know so much more. One, how did your mama die? And your traditions died with her, and that's so freaking sad. Like usually you want to make sure that the traditions that families had in you, survive. But if you have another parental figure who ain't trying to do none of that, unfortunately, you might lose some of that. So I thought, and this is why I feel like they write Bill so amazingly. Because I be hating that MFer so much sometimes. And then in the same token, I love him too. So maybe that's like a love hate. And it could be because of Timon and his acting. And also I
too,
know it's
because
how they
like
write him.
even in Queen Sugar, like he was
Yep.
the villain for a long
Girl.
time. And when Charlie got COVID and he came over there and took care of her. It was
Mhm.
like a,
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
you know,
And he did her wrong.
you were able to see him more as a human. And I feel like that's what makes him like, I feel like he makes bad choices, but he don't turn his back.
Yeah.
Like when it comes
Yeah.
to like, I'm like, when Danny was like, we gotta talk about the girls, like
And
mother
he
has mother has cancer. He immediately was
shook it.
like, this my family,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Yep.
you can't not recognize that.
Yeah. It's no way that you can't, and you feel you and you already know I already said this. I do feel like he loves being a part of Dupree more
He
than he
do.
loves Danny. Like I'm sorry. I do see it. Like
And
and
I
I
feel like
believe
it's the community. Like I even went
yeah.
back and was thinking about the whole him and Haley wedding thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I just want the debris there to like celebrate. I feel like initially we saw it as a slap in the face to Danny. But as I sit and think about the relationship now, that was his community.
Yeah. It was, yeah. And I don't think he weighed the options of what would happen if he really like left it because they had nothing for him. Like after he left, the only people that was going to be for you in some instance would be your daughters because you're their dad. But
Yeah.
besides that, like who else? And I think he was severely like missing that connection with them, you know? Um, yeah, Bill is a good character. And that's where I understand why they love him so
Very
much.
touching.
I get why the writers always write great for him. Like this is definitely one of those characters. And then also, so now like going to Nicole more so. So Nicole went first and told her kids before she told Ted, like through a phone call, I think. Can't remember. But but the thing is with that is she called that man and let him know what the hell was going on, which I felt like in my eyes was a little bit more realistic. Well, which is probably why maybe they did like those two instances to show how people can go about relaying such devastating news in like different ways. And also, I can't remember if she told Ted first or
I think
after.
she called him and told him that she had to tell him something. But then
Mm,
she met up with Kat and Martin first.
okay,
I
thank you
think
for
that's
that.
how it went down. I feel like it shows how they view support.
Mm,
Like even though the children are adult, it's more so like I don't know, it gives me like, and we talked about this before, like when it comes to like black family dynamics and like rallying.
yep,
So like we play with each other, but ain't nothing gonna play with us
that
type shit.
part.
And I think that they're playing on that hard with the characters too. And I think too, it's been a recognition as far as like at the end of the day, you're the other parent in these situations, both Ted and Bill. So the
Mm-hmm.
same way that the kids are gonna need and rely on me,
You
letting
needed
you know,
him.
be on your P's and Q's, is some stuff going on with your kids growing.
Yeah. Yeah, some men are great at that and some men aren't. So, so
Because
yeah.
I appreciated Ted wants to have the conversation with Kat afterwards. But I
Yeah.
want to ask your opinion, after having Nicole speak to Martin and Kat, how do you feel about Kat's reaction?
I thought it was realistic. Because everyone views this like differently. So whereas for me myself, like when I found out that my mother had, cancer again for the third time, and then finding out for the BRCA gene, I already knew that okay, girl, like you got to get tested. I didn't want to, and also I'm gonna be real, it took me some time to do it because it's scary. Like my percentages are gonna go up like 40 to 70%, and I already had a percentage of getting it. You know what I'm saying? So now it's even like skyrocketing right now. So do I even really want to have this? Thought and going to see, and it's
Mhm.
such a relief when it's like, oh, I'm negative. But then it's just like, but you can still get breast cancer. You know what I'm saying? It's never a win. So I thought that Kat's reaction to be like, no, I just want to live my life. Like that's it. They also said, I think his name was Stephen like Smith, even though like the ESPN. person, and I heard this from shout out to Sabrina Sessions. Like she was talking about how basically he knew he had cancer, but then he just didn't know what stage. He just wanted to live his life with his kids as long as he could.
Mhm.
Um and I also viewed it kind of like in that sense a little bit too as
Right.
well.
You don't want to feel
Um
like, and I know a lot of people who like once they find out, like it changes something mentally. So like, if you want to fight type of thing. Cause like
yeah.
I like me personally, like Alzheimer's, not Alzheimer's, aneurysms run in my family.
Oh
So
wow.
like, like siblings, cousins, like everybody, we have to like get yearly MRIs. And for me, I kind of react like Cat in the situation. I'm like, well, if y'all getting tested and y'all okay, it's gonna mess around and be me. So I'm a,
Yes. Oh my God.
go ahead,
Yes.
and I feel like Cat's reaction was so realistic. But I
Hmm.
feel like because people have a back and forth reaction with her as a character, like
Yeah.
thinking she like a rebel, like she gonna buck the system, that is like, oh, Cat just being typical Cat. She can't never get with the program. No, her program is more so. I want to wait.
Yeah.
Let's see what's gonna happen with y'all first, because like,
Like,
and I related
let
to
me
that
see if
so
you at
heavy.
death's door before I go.
Yeah, like
Like,
I related to that so heavy because my family be kind of going back and forth with me with the same thing. They be like,
mhm.
"Dang, you need to go get tested." I'm like, "But y'all are, like
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. What you
we okay."
saying? Yes, like oh my God. Yes, like yeah. I kind of and I get what some people would say she's like bucking the system, but if even if it was bucking the system, it's more so out of fear. And like how
Yes,
you said like your that's not going to be something that you forget because to be honest, like when you have a family health condition, I always feel like it's in the back of your mind already. Like you're already like thinking I think about breast cancer a lot. So like it's already like back there, but then on top of that, it's just like now I have to go get tested and it's gonna confirm that it's even greater possibility. Like,
yeah.
come on now, man. Like it's just like I
Like
can't win.
for us, we gotta watch headaches all the time, and I'll be like, "Y'all be getting headaches? I'm okay. I'm gonna." I'm gonna act like I'm okay, like literally get an MRI has been on my bingo card every year. And I'll be like, "Ooh, I didn't get it last year. Did y'all get y'all's? What was the result?"
Okay, like, and I didn't be truthful. I do need to get tested again for like the smashing of my boob, but it's just like I have to admit I'm scared.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm definitely scared, and it's not like just my mother either. Like we got brain tumors, like just like. I don't know. And thank God I'm always getting I'm always getting MRIs to be honest because like I got pressure in the brain. I stress highly like a lot. I'm a stress
Okay.
prone person, so they always got to figure out. Oh no, you just need a spinal tap. Woo!
Like, what she
Okay.
got going on? What she
Whew.
got going on over there? And I don't know. I feel like that's why this whole storyline is so relatable,
Hmm.
because we all have different dynamics of health concerns within the family, like,
Yep.
genetically being passed down,
Yep.
hereditary issues being passed down, and
Hmm.
everybody reacts differently. So I
Yep.
love how they showcased it. It wasn't like a one band, one sound thing. It was,
Yeah.
y'all do what y'all gonna do.
I'm
I gotta go think about it. Like she was even, I don't even want to hear about them. Why do y'all keep talking about this?
And also, it
Like,
was so realistic. She went to go drink some tequila. I said, "Yes, girl. That would be
yeah.
me too."
I'm about to be like telling Tomas, so you ain't gonna drink with me? You gonna sit here and let me get drunk by myself?
What's wrong
I
with
was like,
you?
girl, I've said that before. Like,
And also, I have to say this too concerning Kat. I felt like Nicole had a moment of softness and the coldness was chipping. I said, I haven't really seen her talk this way about I haven't seen her really talk this way about what is it? Like Cat like that. I didn't
yeah,
see it. So it was finally like having that opportunity to see kind of like her, like my miracle baby. Like I can't believe this. Like da 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 da. I was like, wow. And it also allowed me to see that chemistry going on between what is it? Ted and Nicole, because they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to touch that. But Keith and
I want to
Daphne
talk
have
about
him.
that. I don't want to touch that.
We'll talk about why she don't want to touch that. But yeah, I did. She's like my miracle baby, and I was just like, woo, woo, woo. I said, like, this is what we need to see from her. Like, this
Yeah.
is exactly what we need to see from her. You're not always cold. You're not always rigid. You don't always just have like, work on the mind and yeah, straight and narrow. So yeah, I did truly, truly appreciate that. And also, we had to say too, the Grands, had a visit from their favorite grandchild. So of course, like he was there. It was nice to see those scenes too. And then I also had a visit from Bill and Danny, which raised some concerns for Mr. Vernon Dupree. And I was right there with you. And then he go and tell Andre, keep an eye on that, bro.
You know, okay, so yes, I understand the concerns as far as like Bill and Danny presenting as a united front, like they showing up as a couple.
Hmm.
However, the conversation between Bill and Anita was golden for me because it was an example of check on your strong friend.
Oof.
Like Bill talking about everything with the stroke and like, I'm big bad Bill Hamilton and this was something that affected my life.
Yeah.
And to sit there with Anita and be like, it's okay to be human. Like it's okay to feel how you feeling. Like it's okay. Like that was so like
After she just cut him up a couple of weeks ago too.
it was like two big dogs.
Yeah.
Like
Two big dogs.
and I really enjoyed it. I really like
I
it for me.
did.
It
I
was
did
a
too.
check. I'm checking on you. Like I know you hold it together. Because I
True.
too hold it together for the family. So like
Exactly.
for this to have touch, and then like one thing too that they touched on was like Bill commented on how he felt like his body betrayed him,
Mm.
and
Woo.
Anita when he said it, Anita's whole face was like you do everything right, and you just
Yeah.
can't. And I was like, that was so realistic.
It was. Because it does feel like a betrayal. Like betrayal is
Yes.
not just involving people and different, no, like your body. I don't even want to imagine what it would feel like getting the news of like how I don't ever want to be in my mother's shoes to like hear that conversation not once, not twice, but three freaking times.
Yeah.
Like it does, it's like you do all of this just to wind up getting cancer yet again, yet again. So like that's like
It's
a
like
hard thing.
you look down at yourself like, how dare you? Like,
Word, you are a part
come
of
on.
me. Yeah,
And I
that's what
and
I
I,
think
I
men
really
don't get.
appreciated. I really appreciated that conversation.
Yeah, no, that was they were lit for that. Definitely appreciated that too,
And
as
then the
well.
conversation with Vernon, telling him to let go and release. That was beautiful. Talking about you didn't talking about mother's upstairs. You
Yep.
can cry, let it out. Giving him permission, giving her father permission to not only be
Girl, I'm about to
a
cry even thinking about
husband,
it.
but be a man.
Yep. And that
I
is
love black men vulnerability. Like it's just I
hell
love it. I
yeah. I'm
love it.
always vulnerable. And now it's like now it's your time to be vulnerable. I just thought that scene was so great just
Yeah.
because people may not have an understanding of what it feels like to support someone who's going through a life-threatening situation. You oftentimes have to be strong for them so they can have the opportunity to break down. But then it's also like, well, who can I break down with? You know what I'm saying? Like, where is that
Where am
comfortability
I
in that
safe?
space?
Where am I
Yeah.
safe?
Am I safe? And that's the thing people don't understand. Like, when you and just in general in life, when you go on that point of being vulnerable, it's hard to be vulnerable and to just step out on a limb. You feel like you're naked. If I'm telling you something that really affects me, like it's hard to even get those words out, especially if you're always the strong person. Like, how can I even say what I'm going through that you would understand? I agree. I thought that scene was absolutely riveting. I thought it was something amazing to see, and I really appreciated the fact that they focused on what it is like for someone who has to be strong for a person who's actually going through something where they could be at life, at death's door.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, child. Damn, BCG, you've been freaking doing that
Like
ish.
I like when listen. Y'all been connecting. Y'all
Connecting.
y'all been connecting. So
Oh, geez, Louise, freaking Louise, like so freaking good. Um, but I do feel like Tomas had absolutely no feeling after realizing that Kate left out. I mean, Cat left out information.
he ain't even have to know.
He really did. Okay, I don't really care. So moving on
But then
now.
even Bill even asked about her. Bill was like,
Yes.
"You probably concerned with the same thing I'm concerned with. How my niece doing? How she doing?" Like, all right, I'm done.
And that's why Bill is always in tune to his family. But low key, especially Cat. People don't know as
Yeah,
quiet as his cat. He always is mentioning Cat.
that's his niece there. That's niecey food.
Period. And now going to your favorite couple, Shanice and Ted. We have to have a conversation. Okay, so I did hear some rumblings on Twitter, and Neen looked at me like I was crazy. Like, girl, what did you just say? I said it
Let,
wasn't me. It
let
wasn't
me hear.
me.
Let me hear what y'all saying on Twitter because my Twitter fingers ain't worked in a while, but they will come out for what's her name, Ernestine.
Yep. Yeah.
And I love her
Love
name
her. You
too.
love her
I
name.
love her
That
name.
is what that is a black old name if I ever seen it.
Baby,
It
yes,
just is.
yes.
And I feel like she's a millennial or ex-millennial, one of them. It's like- but basically, it was some rumbling. It wasn't everybody, girl. It was just some people who are starting to characterize Shanice as a bird. And the reason why some people have said that is just because they felt like she's sitting up there listening to him talk about his ex and about what she's looking like a pick me. And that's not what I got. I don't know if I'm a little bit. No, I'm not gonna say that. I don't know if I am a sense of emotional intelligence with me because if I'm dating someone or I want to date someone, I do want to know about your past relationships, like your hurt, your trauma, to be able to see if you moved past it and where hopefully we can go from that or
Mhm.
or maybe you just still have hurt and it's hard for you to move forward. You don't want him back, but the hurt is still there, so it
Yeah.
could be also that. I thought it was great that Shanice like listened to Ted because for me, I'm being honest, I did see some glimmers that he was still like in love with, not even in love, but he still harbored feelings
Oh,
for
absolutely.
Nicole. Like
Like,
I
yeah,
did feel that.
the feelings aren't dormant at all for Nicole. But I
Yeah.
feel like anybody who out here calling Shanice a bird, y'all cuckoo. Because I think that they're establishing like a homie lover friend routine. Like that's the problem.
Yep. Yeah.
That's the problem with a lot of y'all relationships
Yeah,
nowadays is
not first. You said you got to be friends
you
first.
have to
Where that's
you have to
from?
have a foundation to see if you really like this person.
Yep.
Y'all jumping into bed with them trying to move ahead, and then 2 weeks later you looking at them, they all looking at you, and you literally don't like them.
Like, how do we
She's
get
trying to
here?
see if she like him.
Yeah.
And I
And
feel
where
like
this can go from this?
Shanice has also established herself to not be a character that's for none. You know,
Mhm.
like she's one of the only people who was not letting Dana Honolulu Sherry
Sure
walk
wasn't.
over her. She also was one of the ones with Derek that was like, get your stuff together and tell that nice lady
Hmm.
the truth. Like she holding the hospital down.
Yeah,
Y'all
constantly.
think that she's sitting here about to let Dr. Ted play her? No.
She didn't
She
even let Derek play her.
no, she getting her feet wet. She is
Hmm.
getting, let that baby dip in the pool and enjoy herself.
And
Like
it was Ted who kissed her.
it
I'm
was
just
Ted
saying.
who kissed her.
Yeah. So I'm just saying. So I don't believe she's being a bird. I do believe she's trying, like you said, get her feet wet and just like fill them out. You know.
Yay.
Me personally, I'm hoping for a quadrangle with Dr. Rollins,
I don't know because
Nicole, Shanice, and
we
Ted.
ain't seen I can't remember Greg and that character name, but we ain't seen him
Since he
since
came on,
Winterfest.
yeah, yeah,
Where's Greg?
he needs to come back.
Was that just a cameo? Like did we only get one episode of where he at?
Well, once a month, and I'm like, yeah, like bring him back because we do need more of that. I mean, Carlton is cool and all, but like I did want to see more of Dr. Rollins and where that would go. Maybe just because like Greg Vaughn is sexy as. And I also feel like Keith Robinson is very sexy too, as well. That I think that's why, like, I just want to see three sexy people.
Right.
Like four if you add Ernestine, like and Daphne, like they're all sexy as hell. Like I want to see that. Hello, love in the afternoon. I'm just saying.
I
Oh,
agree.
so anyways, anything else for BTG?
I think that's it.
All right, let's chug it on along. This other stuff may be short, except for when we get to general. I don't know, because I could rant on and on about General Hospital, and I got some things to say. And if I got things to say, it's probably just about one particular character. And if I say that, you're you
No,
already
it's
know.
funny though because as we were sitting here talking, I thought about something else and ended up writing it. So we're gonna see. And it's for GH.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Oh God, girl. Don't get me riled up now. They already got me riled up at work. All right, so going on to Bode, Bode and the Beautiful that is. Well, you already know Bode. They don't do more than two storylines a week. That's just them, and we
They
accept
gonna
it.
use that little 18 minutes a day.
Okay. But the storyline that has got the people are talking and the yapping is Katie and Brooke. And I
We
have to
love a
say I'm
good
here
cat
for it.
fight. We love a good cat fight. And
Love a good
especially
cockfight.
because their cat fight is established from history. Like this is kind of like a
History.
nemesis type thing at this point.
Mm-hmm. And it was able to see a lot of, past resentment. We didn't get over thing because we all know Brooke is trashy. I did like Brooke a lot back in the day. Even like when I started watching in like 96, really like concurrently with family and all of that other stuff. But you can't tell me that Brooke ain't trashy. She done slept with a father, two sons.
Yeah.
She slept with her sister's husband. She also slept with her own daughter's husband and got pregnant. So like Brooke be out there. So we can't
People don't
act
sit on
like
trailer couch.
Brooke would be famous on OnlyFans. I'm just saying. Like let's just keep it a buck. Like I do love me some Brooke Logan also, but a spade gotta call a spade a spade. Sis be out there. And Katie had bars. And I don't know if it's just because Heather Tom can act her freaking A or
You can.
SS off.
You
But
can.
Heather Tom, she's been doing this ish since Young and the Restless. She was the Victoria Newman at one point in time. Like sis got Emmys. You want them is collected. And she's one of the few people also who has Emmys from Bold. And if
Mm,
we're going to be honest, there was a long time where Bold didn't really get any like acting wins for the Emmy Awards. They just didn't. And but also noting they had a bigger pool of people to choose from because we used to have about 10, 12 soaps. So there was that too. But I do feel like Heather Tom now has something to really sink her teeth into because Bill cheating with Brooke and wanting to be with Brooke while Katie was in postpartum after also she had a huge heart surgery, which was her brother's heart, which he wanted to give to her. That was crazy.
that's
So
a
my own, and I know Katie has done things too, and she's also been with Fridge. You don't have to tell me I know the history, but also just noting you are also my sister. You did this. I'm not over it. This was one of the only men that I've loved to the moon and back, and we have a kid together. We were married. Like you did this to me, and I was just supposed to get over it. Well,
yeah.
guess what? I'm not. I'm not really over it.
I'm
That
not
hurt
over
me.
it. I'm not over it.
Yeah. So like
So
thought those scenes were legitimately like chef kiss. Catherine and Heather, did their big one. I love they even had like mini flashbacks at one point where she was up there, Xing on Bill. Like I was like, woo child, this is a lot. So but I was just so for it and Katie was going in. And I ain't gonna hold you. Brooke has some bars too. She got some zingers in there. She was trying to
huh,
keep up.
how much he had a couple comebacks.
Yeah, a couple combat. I mean, was it on Katie's level? No.
I'm like,
But
but the store is still scoring for Katie.
exactly, exactly. So with that, Katie did secure the rights to the trademark of the Logan name, and now it's time for a free fall. The only other thing that's going on is the Dylan storyline about her being homeless. I do feel like Dylan's a little bit odd, and I'm praying that it's not just another, Luna. We just got done with that, so if anything, we needed something different. So I'm hoping she's not loony. But I do feel like this is once again an educational storyline. As someone who works in the field of a nonprofit for homeless individuals right now, people who work are at least 60% homeless right now. And they actually have a job. So thinking that homeless people ain't doing ish, that's a whole ass freaking lie. And a lot of the times too, there is this epidemic of people sleeping in their cars, trying to make sure that they do stay safe, covering things up. Like that is things that is happening right now. So I wish that Bo was able to finesse the storyline in a way that was more interesting and intriguing. But yeah, that's where we are with them right now. We're just gonna move on to days. So we talked about the two storylines. It's only days now, days in GH, and Yuri love Y&R, and I've been trying to catch up. We'll get there. Um, so going to days, so the Damaras were like rescued, and of course it was revealed that Peter was behind it.
It was
Um,
not EJ, y'all. EJ did not kidnap his siblings.
from the things and the stories that I heard, I think Peter was a little bit worse than him, but it was also good to kind of see like I always felt like Kristen and Peter were more like the Damaras and Stefano than
Mm.
any of his other children besides like his adopted child was his Andre and Tony as well. Andre is dead. Um, who is the other one? Because I feel like at one point in time, Stefano was collecting kids like Pokemon cards, whether he was getting people pregnant, or he was just like adopting. That was just like his thing to wear them up as like him too as well.
What do you mean?
But I didn't know that Peter felt so much resentment towards Stefano. And I think that that was a good time to like open it up about how he really feels about, him, offing his father, what they did to his mother, like things of that nature. So it was nice to get more like clued in because this is also I'd say it on TikTok a lot. I didn't know about like how bad like I wasn't watching back then. Like I said that I was only watching for Sammy and Carrie. Them Brady sisters was it for me. Like, I don't care about them. Like, so yeah, I do feel like that was good. Theo wound up getting hurt because essentially trying to be that I'm not trying to be whatever, but
Yeah,
it
like
just
trying to make
yeah
sure.
say saving. But someone also mentioned something really good too. They were like, I don't like how now Theo has taken a back seat, and now Johnny is up in, where he should be. And I was like, ooh, I didn't think about that. But I get what you're saying. I
Okay,
get.
because we wanted Theo to have more of a presence for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was like, touche, touche. And Dave's fan already feels some type of way about the Horton clan and how they not getting shine. Along. Listen, Days don't play about their families, legacy family. You thought GH was bad? Woo child, you people ain't see nothing when it comes to Days fans. Also too, they did reveal that Stefan died. I don't
Mhm.
really think he's dead, but that's just me. So then of course they had to tell Gabby and all that other stuff. So that's what's going on. But when it pertains also to the rest of the Hernandez and their Hernandez Horton child, which is Ari. I freaking love her. Marissa Riaz, she needs
Now,
more
right?
shine.
She's staying 10 toes down, and she's not gonna let
Yes.
anybody really change her opinion of Leo.
She is the grandchild of Sammy Brady. So yeah, my only issue is that I don't like how people are saying, well, you need to move on and you need to that's what it even though they're not saying it in those words, like that's what it feels like. Don't tell me when I need to be over something. Because
And
I don't
even if I forgive, that don't mean I forget.
exactly. Like Leo could be changed, but that doesn't mean, like you said, I'm gonna forget what he did to my parents and what he did to Ari's fathers was not right. As a child of that, I still hate people for my mother. Don't talk. I still hate people for my sisters. So
I,
like, don't talk to me about that. Like, so I get where she,
I
you
feel that.
know,
Mama brother be
yeah,
like, anybody my daddy had beef with, he gonna have beef with. And I be like, hey, you right, you
that
right.
be forever.
We can
And
say
the worst
that.
of kind. I take all my people's beef. And literally too, sometimes they be
Yeah.
over it. Guess what? I ain't over it.
Fine,
Friends
it ain't
included.
never over.
It ain't never over. I'm still gonna hate that nigga that you talk about. I'm still gonna hate him too. Eh, This is where me and my sister get in arguments because I hate her ex as well. But say what I say, what you gonna do? So
Tag us.
yeah, definitely agree with that. I don't care about Alex and Stephanie getting engaged, but I just thought I should mention that they did get
Her dress
engaged
was
on New Year's
cute.
Eve. Huh?
Her dress was cute.
Her dress was cute. She's a pretty girl. I don't know, the pairing just isn't hitting for me. And I
So
don't
did
know.
you like Stephanie with Philip?
I was okay with them.
Okay.
I wasn't like, and the thing is, like, I'm okay with Philip being with Gabby, but I do feel like Gabby has more chemistry with JJ and Stefan. Like,
Gabby got more chemistry with JJ.
you wanted that so bad. We still didn't get Sean and Jada, but don't even get me started on that. We haven't
We
even
gonna get
seen
Jada and
Sean.
Theo. How we gonna get Jada and Theo? Like,
Oh, that too. We haven't seen them either. My girl could have been in a whole triangle right now. Jada could have been in a whole triangle with a freaking Horton and a Carver. Oh my God. The history, you know what, Ashley, just don't even do it. When I do that, that's why I feel like I'm getting on my General Hospital spiral. And I'll say, just don't even do it because they be pissing me off. And I was like, don't piss me off. Um, then also, I want to make sure I talk about certain topics before I get to the main one I want to talk about. Nina probably knows, but Javi and Leo, they did get married, but Dimitri came back, and we all know that Dimitri was like the love of Leo's life as well, and he just, disappeared after he quote unquote got back from the hospital. So, the jail, I should say, prison. So we'll see how that works out. Another storyline that I'm very ratherly enjoying is Rachel and Sophia.
yeah. Like, okay, so a part of me cringes a little bit
Mm. Because
because
she's young,
she's young and I feel like
taking advantage, manipulating.
Yeah, Sophia is manipulating Rachel and Rachel does not know. And I don't know, with like the whole kid aspect of it, I'll
Mm.
be, you ain't right.
Yeah. And
It's entertaining.
yeah, and it's at the point too, like Rachel, she needs that safe space. Like I know she knows that she has her family, but her family isn't in an institution like she is. Her family didn't try to hurt two people like she did. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different. And I think, and this is just my assumption, I think she's looking for that safe space and connection that she may not feel like she has with the family. And is Sophia playing on it? Of course she is. But is that the role of a vixen? Of course it is. So like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see where it's gonna go. And
So maybe it
also,
makes me feel like she's playing the role well. Like if I'm able
yes.
to, when I'm looking, oh yeah,
And
you're in character.
And I think she's gonna start to really like want to be that a friend to to Rachel in the future.
Yeah, I
But I
agree.
do feel like she's like right now, I got an agenda and it's going to be satisfied at this point in time. And the crazy thing is, we really don't know what her agenda is. And that's what I'm intrigued because I'm like, well, girl, what is your plan? Besides escaping, do you have something else? I'm sure that Trey is mixed up in there somewhere also. We don't really know like where her mindset is, which is also incredibly intriguing because what's
Yeah.
your next steps
Because
and
it makes me
goal?
wonder if she knows, like, I'm like, how much of you is play crazy and how much of you is crazy.
Hmm.
It's like
At
how
this
much
point, is a thin
like
line?
are you really in tune with reality and what's going on? Like, I don't know, that's my thing.
I think she is in some aspects, but then I also feel like something could be overpowering it, like her needs and whatever, which is kind of concerning because I am wondering how this is going to factor into her son and Trey and how that's going to look like. And then that means we go into our next topic, which I have finally got, which I've
Go ahead,
been
girl, get it off your chest.
begging. I've been begging for this for years. I have been wanting a Black maternal health line since literally forever, and it looks like we may be going that way. So Chanel finally told, well, she got the surprising news herself. Sis thought she was sick. sis is pregnant.
Tell
Like,
everybody.
yeah, like I was like, oh Lord, oh Lord, what they gonna do to my girl? But she's just pregnant. And you could see the expression on Johnny's face. Homeboy was not happy. So she finally confronted him about him, not being happy about the
Yeah,
situation. Well, it just makes it so realistic because I was talking to Nian earlier and I said a lot of the times, your boyfriend, your husband, your partner is more concerned about you.
your
I want
husband.
you to live. Like, it's not to say that they don't care about their kids, but they're so focused on the person that is actually present and alive and living and breathing that they can talk to versus the child that they're carrying, where a lot of times I see a lot of women be like, my baby, my baby, my baby. And I feel like that's what they were griping with. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, because like she's very maternal and she always has been. And I
Always.
think it was also triggering for her too, because in the past when they, were gonna adopt the first time and then Johnny was like, I'm not ready to be a father, that was very upsetting for her. So it was like
Hmm.
remnants of that coming back. So I'm very happy that she was able to voice out and say, hey, your mood has been affecting me. Like
Yeah.
this is something that I need to have. We need to be on a united front with this.
I love that she called him out and then they actually tried to have a conversation. Did the conversation go the way that they would probably have wanted it to? Absolutely freaking not. But I mean, it just felt so freaking realistic and that
Yeah.
this is what like people really like go through. He's concerned about his wife who had a cancer scare and all of that and he wants her to live. They just adopted a baby. Like it's a lot of more factors that are
Yeah.
involved than just Chanel and the baby she's carrying. So I think
Agreed.
that's
Agreed.
yeah, that's where he is with it, where she's like, we've been trying for this baby for years, a baby that we thought we wouldn't even be able to have, and you don't
Mhm.
even want to consider it. So it's just like it's like too freaking bold, and I'm eating it up, okay? Eating it up. I wanted the storyline so damn bad. Oh my God, I wanted it so damn bad. I wonder if when we interviewed Raven, if she already knew that this was coming. Like,
Because they like 3 years ahead of us.
they are already, I read this 2 weeks ago. They might be into November of 2026 because the last time I heard they were in November of 2026. So yeah, they're up there, but I'm very intrigued with the whole Janelle storyline. I want to see where this goes, and that leads me to think that I wonder if Sophia is going to be a catalyst in some way to them and the baby that she's carrying. And Bold, I mean not Bold, but they always piss me off too. Um,
Days.
Days, don't piss me off, Days. Like my girl need to have her baby. I don't, it could even be a preemie. As long as that baby live, I don't give a goddamn.
Yeah,
That
y'all
baby
don't
is a
kill the
Demera.
baby.
Stop playing. Demera Brady. Oh my
Don't,
God.
don't kill the baby, y'all.
Don't do that. But we have had enough of that. I already got to worry about GH doing that to Portia, baby. I don't
Is this
need.
our segue into GH? Because we
It's
have we have another Black maternal health story going on GH, but it's more so of the geriatric health side,
yeah.
and which has its own problems and issues. But then, of course, it's a mama's baby, daddy's maybe of the
Of
Black
course.
church.
Again,
So, like, of course,
of
of
course.
course, but everything is out. They know it's a
Finally.
possibility of both Curtis and Isaiah being the baby's daddy, the child's father, however you politically correct want to say it, the pappy.
That bald-headed scallywag. I cannot stand Curtis. Like the audacity of you to be sitting over there judging somebody. You are a former drug addict. I know you told some lies and manipulated.
Oh, my chest.
I know you did. And you got the
Oh,
right to be sitting up there judging somebody. And also, I'll tell you what I put in my notes. I said whack ass ass first. And I
he
meant that
did.
ish.
He
Because you
did.
are not no wards. You
He
could
told
never touch the Winters on a good day. You can't even touch the Carvers. That whole thing felt so forced to me as they kicked Portia's back in her own freaking home. Now, dude, how you gonna Stella? How you gonna say that this woman better not show her face around here? This my house. Like, are you freaking serious right now? And also not acknowledging. Then they had Trina go in there and apologize. Girl, I just was like, what is happening here? Because there is no way. I don't even care if y'all didn't cheat. I'm still not apologizing to you. I don't give a goddamn. Because you still been feeding over my quote unquote biological freaking father since forever and a freaking day. If you don't get your corny self out of here, I just couldn't believe it. I was so freaking mad, and I felt like it was so freaking distasteful, and I was so over the Ashfords.
I'm gonna tell you why. I think it's cringe for us because it's ghetto. And it's like, is this the depiction of the only on-screen black family that you all have to have all this ghetto drama going on?
Girl, the
Y'all need
words
to
in
take a page from the Prees.
period. The words would never. Granted, Mary Mae knew who her baby daddy was. She just didn't
Baby,
say it.
y'all remember the courtroom scene?
Mary Mae didn't need no DNA test. She knew who the pappy was, and it was
Y'all,
Edward.
y'all remember when everything came out in the
That
courtroom
was a
on General
scene. May
Hospital?
she rest in peace. Oh my God. I do feel like oh my goodness. Woo, GH used to be on
Long live
fire in the
Mary,
90s.
long live Mary May, long live Justice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I would have rather having anyone from the wards come back. Anyone
Yeah.
from the wards come back. And this is why I always say, like, you Astros couldn't touch them on a good freaking day. I'm sorry. I said what I said. Like everything just feels so forced with them. And then the fact that you're gonna say, "Oh, remember when I got you that desk?" What? I just found out you were my biological father like 2 years ago. If you don't freaking stop with this mess, now we got this. Oh, please, you. They will literally do anything not to have them utter Taggart's name. Anything.
And I feel like that's what hurt so much too, because I had saw like I think it was Stone Cold and the Jackal, so like Steve Burton and Bradford Anderson. So like their page, they have posted like on
Oh
this day in
God.
history, and they announced, like Taggart started, like he's like Marcus Taggart,
Oh
the character on
God.
the hospital. And it
I
was
can
like,
imagine what those comments were. I could imagine.
I'll sum it up for you. Bring them back. Bring them back. Bring them back.
Like, why you post this? Damn, you know we trying to
Why
get
you
them to
got me in my
forget.
feelings?
Because he needs to come back. That is the missing piece, and I also feel like that's the missing piece that will allow people to move forward
Yeah, because
with
he's an
this.
actor.
Yeah, with this whole situation. I'm sorry. I don't like to talk bad about actors and I always try not to, but just there are some who don't convey the emotion that needs to be conveyed. And
Yeah,
Andrews
because
always
my
did that.
chest still get tight sitting there thinking about Marcus sitting there, Kelly's with that cup.
I'm still like we haven't seen that man in damn near 3 years
He
after
drank
that.
that cup. He drank that cup. And we don't know what happened after
You
that.
don't know what happened. And then also they could have even had the conversation with Gio and Trina too about what that felt like, finding out that somebody is not your, biological father
Yeah,
that you thought they were.
oh
They
my
they had
God.
they had a
That was
moment.
a missed opportunity.
They were
Because they're
alone
like,
at one point before Emma
they're
came.
they're friends.
See, they barely have them in scenes anymore. If you notice, Trina's barely in scenes now.
No, like they did have like the New Year thing with her and Kai,
Hmm.
Gio and Emma, who I really love, by the way. I
Yeah,
really
they
love
got it.
they they
They got it.
they 90s romance
Yeah.
soap opera when they in the scene with each other. Like I'm locked in.
Yeah.
Throwing
They
that out.
have it. They have it.
And
Oh my
everybody,
goodness.
everybody
Did
when
you
Gio
see
first came.
Jason Thompson said that he wouldn't mind coming back, just for a little bit as Emma's father, of course. Like he ain't going nowhere from Young and the Restless, just stating that just because like he actually has storylines there and they're invested in him playing Billy. But I could see them being open to allowing him to like come in like yeah, like
Like
how BTG
maybe,
did with John Lindstrom.
yeah, because I feel like maybe when they do the Tristan Rogers
Maybe, yeah. Ooh, maybe he was
like
gearing us up for that. Please.
tribute, maybe that's
Because
something.
we already know if Kimberly, who played Robin, don't come back, I can't watch it. I can't and I won't. Robert, Kimberly, I know you had to be direct
No,
with your
I
little
want
tushy
Brooklyn
off.
to come back. The original Emma. Put her in and somebody else in the crowd. Let her come in and sit in the crowd for the service. I think
Oh,
she should also be there.
yeah. Woo,
Like,
woo, woo.
so I don't know. We shall see. We
Yeah,
shall
we'll definitely see. I
see.
talked about the rock ass Ashfords. Um,
That's what I
I
added. When you said John Lindstrom, that's what I added.
Oh, that's what you added. Yeah, BCG is ever so merciful. They'll allow people to just go, and people love Michelle Valjean. So of course, it is
Come
what
and
it is.
go. But
Yeah.
even with John Lindstrom making a return back to Port Charles, it's only for an exit storyline
Oh
because
yeah,
now you about
yeah.
to go out of town
Yep.
and you
And
gonna
take
take
Ace
Ace
with him.
with
Bye.
you.
You should have took Ace years
You
ago.
finna take that big head baby with you. He grew into his head though.
He
He
did
grew into his head. I seen it when Charlotte had him the other day. I
with
still
that blonde hair. I did like Charlotte scene with Sidwell, but I just kind of wanted more of like that cattiness. I saw it, but I just kind of wanted her to be more like, who you
funky.
think? Yeah, like who you think you're talking to? I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. Do you know who my daddy is? Do you know who my grandmother is? Yeah.
That scene with her. Okay, so scene with her and her father.
Ah, girl, I can't. That was the best part of like their whole Christmas thing, besides like Isaiah and Portia walking out in the hospital hand in hand, heads up high. Like I love that. But like Charlotte and Valentine as well, like that's like the family aspect that I love. You know how we talked about BTG and how they do their family aspect.
Yeah.
I severely like love that too for them. Like I thought it was great because I don't know if it's James and how he acts. Like I don't know, or even the girls that portray Charlotte, like Lucy and Scarlett. But
Hmm.
there's always some form of a connection where it just feels like a parent and a child and how much they like love
Yeah,
each other.
yeah, I absolutely agree because when she originally came into the attic and his reaction, like James Patrick Stewart is such a phenomenal actor.
He really, really
Because
is.
you've worked with Scarlett playing
Yes.
Charlotte since Charlotte was Charlotte.
Since she
And
was a
the
little
amount,
girl.
and I feel like, and for me, I feel like I love the scene so much because he was able to show that emotion with Lucy as well. Now I'm
Yes.
telling you right now, let that have been Scarlett, Auntie would have been on the floor.
Because even when you
I'm
think
like,
about when he thought like Bailey was his child
yeah,
too, and
you
how he
love
would be
her.
talking to her, James, James, please take your foot off our neck, sir.
Yeah,
And that's why you
he's
stay with
a
a
girl
job.
dad. He's a girl dad.
Yeah.
Like,
He do not play. He's such a phenomenal actor. Do you want to go into the Scout bit of it or do you have other topics first? Because Scout
um,
may be a little bit longer.
I feel like my scout is all connected with like the courtroom stuff, Alexis stuff, Drew stuff, Michael stuff. It's all connected.
Well, I'll
Um,
start it to get things off my chest. Where is Natasha? Um, I hate how Drew is just continuously and able to always get the one up on people. Like I said previously, I would be like, do your worst. I'm done. Like I really would, because it's like a thing like can constantly hang over her head. Like for her to ask Danny to leave, and I got it. I understood it because Danny has free reign to come. They're on good accord with Jason. He can come anytime that he wants to come over. It's Scout that doesn't have the opportunity, and she's younger. So they're trying to make sure that they keep this connection, but did it hurt any less? Absolutely not. Like seeing
Now,
that,
to even hear Scout Morgan say like, "You're the
not
only
Scout Morgan.
person." He was like, "Danny's the only person who knows what it's like not to have mom."
Girl.
Like that. Her name is. Did I lie? We should do a poll. Her name is Scout Morgan. She was named Emily Scout Morgan. Like that's what the birth certificate says. So
Yeah, I mean, granted, now it's Kane. I'll take Quartermain. I need one of the Quartermain children to have Quartermain. I just need one. If Danny's staying with Morgan, gives out Quartermain. I need one. Jake got Weber. So like I need one with the Quartermain name. Just one. That's all I'm
Because all
asking
Michael
for.
kids are Corinthos.
Exactly. You couldn't even hyphenate that ish. I
Leo
hate
is a
it.
falconeri,
Yeah.
and Geo is a pulmonary.
You see what I'm saying? There's not going to be any lineage of a Quartermain with that name, not unless Brooklyn, has a kid. Well,
And
okay,
he's
Leo.
married.
Leo. But Leo is a Jerome too, period. We're always going to remember that Leo is a
He
Jerome.
is. I forgot because they didn't let him come to his sister's funeral. I forgot.
Yeah, he's a Jerome. Like I'm always gonna think about that as he's a Jerome. I'll say like a Quartermain and Jerome because even with Michael, I say Corinthos, but I also think you're a Quartermain. Like so
Julian back.
it's no Quartermains with their last name of Quartermain, and I
Oh,
freaking hate it. I think it is one of the worst things. Like as quiet as it's kept,
Lila Ray.
Lila Ray has Quartermain. She's
Lila
not
Ray.
Alka. Oh,
Oh,
I thought she was an
Alcazar.
Alcazar.
Alcazar. I
To
forgot.
see what I'm getting at? Like none. So they're able to keep Weber alive for Jake. They're able to keep Morgan alive, also for Danny. I don't want to keep Kane alive for Scout.
Because who is that?
Exactly. We don't give a F about that. And as fans, we just hate that character now because it's not what Billy Miller left us with. May
No,
he rest in peace.
no. And I'm so mad. Like I was telling Ashley before, like I literally was watching GH yesterday, and I did like a different world moment. Just die at the
Just
TV. Like I just die. Like I was so mad. Like
Drew be pissing me off, and that's why a lot of times, like, I'm only really able, if I'm being truthfully honest, to watch like clips.
hmm,
Because when Drew gets on my screen, I want to turn it off, and that's what happens. And it's also kind of like with Leslie Dana Honolulu Sherry. When characters don't have any consequences or retribution, it's like I don't even want to see it. I'm
yeah,
I'm done with them. And it takes a long time for me to get there, but if it's constant, like I'm like, I don't even want to see it. The only reason that Dana Honolulu Sherry is getting some reprieve is just because they're starting to move her out of the Ted orbit and into her own ish. With Joey and Malone. Like she getting that freaking dick freaking dick on. But that's why I'm able, and Drew is constantly in a circle of like the Quartermains and people he hates. I hate the way he talks to women. Like and that's why I also don't like, bald-headed scallywag Curtis as well. I don't like how he talks to women, especially
yeah,
black women.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Agreed.
But I just need somebody with a Quartermain last name.
And like I just went through like all the kids in my head, and
None of them. Maybe Leo. Maybe.
nobody.
Nobody,
Last
baby. Come
name.
on. Oh, wow, wow, and oh, wow. See, shout out to Keith Sweat.
And Kenny Lattimore.
Kitty Lad. Oh, he was so good when he was singing for you. Oh my God, that was so good. We didn't even mention that. But yeah, like just that whole scout thing, and like you mentioned, like her stating that because nobody understands like what it you unless you've been through it, what it feels like to lose a mom that you were actually really, really close with. Like no one understands that. So I actually now as I've gotten older, I take the opportunity to talk about my mom because I do feel like not talking about her has hindered me in a lot of ways. Like it starts to be compiled grief and no release, and that's not okay. So let's like switch the whole freaking dynamic and like let's really talk. And if you don't like it, I don't give a goddamn. Like I don't care. That's my mom. You can give me
Period.
two bricks. I don't care.
Long live your mom. Like,
Period. And long live your dad too.
period.
And we gonna talk about them if we want to. And I don't give a goddamn if you don't like it. That allows us to keep their memory alive. And also the fact of Scout saying that she doesn't feel comfortable talking about it with her dad. And I do feel like those are topics that do need to be discussed. A lot of people don't want to talk about it for the fear of making someone else uncomfortable. This is my fucking ooh. As you
These
can
are the
see.
thoughts of both me and Ashley, and not a reflective thought
I'm just so
of the
quiet.
TV game. And soap wire.
It's like this my grief, and I got the right to talk about it and expand on it if I want to. And if that doesn't work for you, then please exit stage left. And
And I
that's
don't
like
think she has an outlet there with Drew at all. And then I
at
also wonder,
all.
like, I question Willow's motive because even when she was, I think she was either picking her up or dropping her off, and she was
Yeah.
like, it's just I
Just
know
picking
what
her
it's
up.
like to miss my family during the holidays.
Pew
Okay, like
pew.
it's
Your
not
kids
about
are still alive.
it's not about you.
And Willow, you also made a choice. And just when
Mhm.
I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give her that. She had an unselfish moment. She really talked to Drew and parlayed him because I also feel like Drew doesn't see the hurt of his daughter as well.
No,
Like she's sad as
no,
hell on
no.
Christmas. What
He
kid
is
is sad on
using
Christmas?
he now this is where I step in. You out here using Sam Baby as a bargaining chip, telling Alexis, I hope the time with Scout inspired you.
Wow,
What?
that's what he said.
Yes. What? I hope the time with Scout inspired you.
That is some disrespectful. Like,
Baby, I just need
wow.
Scout Morgan to be released from the madness that is her fake
Well,
dead.
watch this. One, two, three, release him. I said every.
Because it's like it's so irritating. It's so irritating, and it's not supposed.
Wow.
And Scout is of age to know my daddy is foul, and he's clearly keeping me away
Because
from.
she's between 10 to 12. She has to be between 10 to 12 now, knowing how they do soap opera in this. And like I could tell she's very much aware of like what is
Because
going on.
this is building her villain era, and when she put that leather jacket on that belongs to her mama, when she put on Sam leather jacket and she raised hell on everybody, I want them to remember this moment and blame Drew.
Yeah, because she ain't
Hell,
gonna
she
be like
might have
her. She
shot
ain't gonna be
Drew.
like her Aunt Emily, okay? She was too nice.
Scout might have shot Drew. Who
I hope
shot Drew?
so. I wanted that so bad. I wanted it to be her, but I was just like, ooh, Days is already doing that, and they taped this already a year in advance. But that's who like I wanted. I didn't want it to be Danny. I wanted it to be like Scout. Either Scout or Willow. Like that, like that's what I want. Either Willow has the ID or Scout, maybe overheard it and just went pew pew. Like I just like I don't need it to be the usual suspects. I don't need it to be, bald-headed scallywag Curtis. I don't need it to be Michael. Like I don't need it to be like none of the usual suspects or the six other people that
Three.
I just don't. I just really. I also said on TikTok, there comes a point in time where it stops being soapy and it becomes unwatchable and sad. And
And
this
it's,
is
it's,
where
it's
we
just
are with Scout. It's unwatchable and it's freaking sad as hell. Like I said, I already skipped Drew-ish, but also just the fact of this child going through this. And also, like, I don't think they understand the remnants of like when people who have lost parents, I was a teenager. Still doesn't mean it hurt any differently. I had to have a conversation with my dad about that because what we not going to do, you can't compare. So it's just like she's still a child,
yeah.
like
She's trying to even understand what grief is. And then I feel like
yes,
it's it's a big like, oh, so I gotta keep being here and they're not. You literally gotta tell yourself that every day. And
yes.
having to tell yourself that as a child.
It's insane. You can't even compute that. And where I did work at like a grief center too as well, nonprofit grief center. And it's just very important for them to know and understand, to use the word death and died, and to them to understand that they're not coming back. So I feel like she has that concrete down, but they also stated how important it was to talk about, we talked about this already, talk about them, keep their memory alive. And I don't feel like they're allowing Scout that opportunity to really talk about her mom unless she's with Alexis and her aunt. She doesn't get to see her brother. She doesn't get to see Rocco, who she also considered a brother. Like
Yeah.
she's literally cut off from anyone who meant anything to her. She also said the best time of when she was happy was when it was her, Dante, Rocco, and Danny. That
Yes.
said
She said
something.
everything was okay. She said, and then we all moved to the Quartermains and everybody was there. And Danny even said it. Danny was like, when we moved into this house, we had support.
Hmm.
Every time we turned around, it was a family member. It was somebody that was trying to pour love into us.
Yeah.
And he was like,
I'm
and I'm
about to
so
cry
thankful
thinking
for my
about it.
dad. He said he was like, I'm so thankful for my dad that I still have that.
Yeah. Poor baby girl. And Scout don't got that. Like this is like the pain in my left side about Scout. If we talk, what's the other one I talk about? Because this shit making me sad. So I don't fucking
Got
watch
nothing
this
else
show
for
like that.
GH. I ain't got nothing else for GH. Hell, do GH got anything else for GH? I just
Now we pissed off. Like messing with Scout like that. How dare you?
ain't. I don't even know. Is are they still young and restless? Like I just
Uh, girl, they are still young and restless, and some people are very much their fans are tired. They're tired.
did all the new people start?
Huh? That
Did all
yes.
the new everybody there? Okay.
Roger, Cameron, the one who played Griffin,
He's still there.
and the one who played Lucas Adam, the one who played Trip on Days. They're
Okay.
all there. Like I think I mentioned this in past previous. Like they have what is that guy? Kind of like Ava, the one who time who played Ava and on Days, and then Trip who who played Trip on Days are together. So that is a little bit weird when you watch Days and you're like they were a parent, child. Okay. Also they're just really gearing up on this AI thing and closing Jabot, which I think that's crazy. And Victor continues to win. So
Mhm.
it's that. The Holden and Claire thing did have me, but I feel like it's just a way to get Claire and Kyle back together and boring. And then also Tessa, slept with Danny, and people really don't like that either because she has stated she was gay. She was like, I only use these men in the past for such and such, but I am a gay individual. So people are upset that it was just like, wait, but she said she was gay and now she's sleeping with Danny. And people are like, if it was another woman, they would be fine.
It'd be different.
Yeah, it would be different. It is kind of hard when they stated that they were gay as hell, and then all of a sudden they sleeping with a man. So like I understand where they're saying because I know a lot of like gay individuals, especially women, they ain't sleeping with no man if they said they gay. They ain't doing it. So yeah, that's really what's going on with Young and the Restless right now. I'm still like catching up. Like I'm literally like last week, so I'm still trying to catch up with Young and the Restless, y'all. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Is there any scenes from last week that stuck out?
Everything BTG.
Yeah.
Everything BTG. Um, the Scout and Alexis scenes and Scout and
Yeah.
Danny. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, that's it.
For me, it was definitely the Scout and Alexis scene as well. And also with BTG, like more so with Anita telling her girls. Because, yeah, that was like,
Yeah.
ooh, yeah, that was definitely like a moment there. So
Hmm.
they definitely putting their foot in stuff. So
I agree.
with that, Nina and I want to thank you so much for joining the Soap Wire podcast and having a talk with us. I do feel like this went a little bit longer, so I really do hope you
Yeah,
enjoy.
y'all missed us for a couple of weeks. It's our first one, but I feel like our anniversary is coming up as well.
As
So
well. I need to see when we first dropped it. I feel like we probably did hit a year already, but
yeah, 'cause it was like right before. No, because it was like right before BCG. It was a couple of weeks before.
oh, snaps.
'Cause we saw
Sometime in
BCG
February.
early.
Yeah, I'm gonna look and see about that. But also noting, please feel free to follow us. Shout out to the TikTok fam over there. It's soap.wire on TikTok. If you're looking at Instagram, it's soap_wire. Blue Sky is just soap wire together, not apart. If you're looking to follow me, you can find me on TikTok too, lady two Y's underscore ASA 312. Lady two Y's underscore ASA on IG, and the bad place, which is Twitter, and then just lady two Y's no underscore ASA on Blue Sky.
And
Mhm.
I'm Instagram, Neen_Amanda, Neen_ the therapist. Twitter, Kiss My Neen. I don't think it's any underscores, but if it is, sorry. And then
She'll pop
TikTok,
up.
Neen_Amanda. Blue Sky, Neen Amanda, no underscore.
And with that, be sure to follow us. TikTok be live and jumping. So whenever you get the chance, migrate over there or just shoot us some love on Instagram as well. We're definitely open. And thank you so much for always being respectful as well. So we shall see you next week. Continue to enjoy our stories as we do. And we'll see you next week. And Happy New Year. Yay! And with that, bye.